Hello everyone, welcome back. And my name is Andy. I'm the third year undergraduate student at Arizona State University. Today I'm gonna make a video about how to register for your general education classes more efficiently. As we know, for every college student, and beside your major coursework, you must take some classes that is outside your major, and which we call the general education. And general education usually covers a wide range of topic and areas, which including mathematics, computer science, or statistics, humanities, history, like world history, and cultural diversity, and social behavior science. And some school, they also they also require some natural science classes. The policy of the general education vary by school. But today I will take my current school, Arizona State, as example. So I will just introduce some technique that just how to register the classes that just satisfy your GES faster. Especially if your degree major require more than 120 credit hours in a 4-year time span. So let's get started. So if you are activated with your ASU right ID and everything, your next step is to register for classes. Unless you're incoming freshman, you only register after your advising appointment. And at that point, you can change your course schedule just based on your preference. And now let's just take a look. If you want to register for some classes, what you're looking for. So typically, if you want to take some like a cultural diversity courses and social behavior science, they're typically each for 3 credit hours, which is 6 in total. If you would just want to take one course just to save more time, here's what you should do. For every single course search, you can just here have advanced search. Here's like the general education studies. If you want to actually just want to medical search, it is more efficient. If you want to take a cultural diversity and a social behavior science, you just search. If you're more filters here, is you have like general study requirement here. You have C is culture diversity in the U.S. and SB for social behavior science. If you want to take the course that satisfy all of the two requirements that you picked up, here you just set to apply those filters. And on the result, you want to make sure that you register class it is open. So you call it open classes. Now the search will just automatically just match for your preference, and you will just find, okay, here it is what I need for like the cultural diversity classes and social behavior science classes. And you can also just check like your campus. If you're in Tempe campus, just check the Tempe campus here. Here's all like the results here. Here's the GS. Here is like the designations here. If you want to register for a class that satisfies SB and C requirement, it's a one shot. Make sure here are gonna be SB and C, not just the C or just SB. Look at this, African Americans AFR 3 60, this is a good fit. But before adding the classes onto your schedule, make sure check the prerequisite. There are some prerequisites just for classes. You must take AFR 200 or FAS 101, and if you're and you can take either under the prefix of AFR or FAS. If you do not have AFR 200 or FAS 101, take it. You cannot register for classes. Here is, I think, S, B, and C here. I don't think there's a class that okay here. Gender the communication. It says here we had open spot here. This class seems to fit. You need a 2.0 GPA the minimum. There's no required like how many credit hours or any classes. If this class just fit your schedule, you can just take this class. And just the same for all like other classes. And be careful, one thing it is that all this foreign language class and natural science with the laboratory component, there are 4 credit hours. All other classes there are 3 credit hours. So make sure you're checking the schedule to make sure you're registering appropriate classes for your next term. And if you're just wondering like when or how to take a certain courses, the prerequisite, it is the first thing you need to check. Because sometimes it is a prerequisite that only restrict people taking some upper level classes or some major classes. Usually lots of upper division classes like is non-STEM, they have prerequisite. If you want to take these classes like AIS 320, you must have either English 102, 105, or 108, and with the CU better. So in this case, you're not gonna take the class as a freshman. And next one is with junior standing. So in this case, you can only take AIS 320 only if you're a junior standing and complete the first year composition. That is, make sure you're satisfying those requirements. And some classes like the STEM major, and another thing that I want you to watch how this like the reserved group. There's some classes that is they have open seat, but you cannot get into the class because they're reserved for some group. They're reserved the seat for a certain group of students. If you want to take SES 121, wow, this is a cool class, like Earth, the solar system, and the universe. That's a cool class that I want to take. It has open seat. But if there's a triangles here, like exclamation mark here you need to be careful that the classes may be not open for you. If you just check the course, the courses here they're reserved for those like the group. The only way you can get in is either in this block environment or you're in their major. Otherwise, this is what you're looking for. If you're not in your major, or if you're not qualified for none of the requirement listed above, this is what you're looking for. If you see a non-reserved available seat is zero, don't ever register for this class unless the seat is open. And there are also major requirement, like your major restrictions that you need looking for. If you want to take something that just wow, I'm interested in that I want to learn something really cool, but sometimes it can't. If you want to take a if you want to take accounting 231, that is accounting. Wow, I want to learn what is accounting, but it can't. Most cases. And first class, if you see like an X mark here, this means the class is full. You cannot take it. And if you want to check, wow, what is this happening? It's like the explanation mark. It's the same thing. You have the reserved group, and you have a prerequisite. The prerequisite means like you're either taking the course this term, you're in progress, and you will be passing the course. Unless they're stated like you must have this course is completed, and then you can register for the course. So check the prerequisite. If you're not in the major or not in a specific campus that they're reserved, then you're out of luck. Now, then, then nobody can put you in the classes. And the way you can satisfy, and then back to the topic, if you want to satisfy your general education requirements faster, make sure you're checking some classes that satisfy multiple requirements in one set. You want to satisfy historical awareness, like humanities and global awareness in one set. Just to check those like the requirement, and then click apply those requirements here. You will see those classes appear here. They are satisfying multiple requirements in one set. Now, how to make sure those classes are satisfying your requirement? Here it is what you need to do. As I indicated before, now let's last video we'll talk about like a DARS. Let's check the DARS just to verify that whether I said it's true or not. The DARS. Okay, here's just my DARS result as an example here. If you want to make sure that the course is registered satisfy multiple requirements, if you want to maybe take example like take the course SLC 429 as an example. The course satisfies the upper division literacy and the G awareness, and went back in the catalog, and we're only back in the catalog here, back in the course search. If you just type in SLC here, 429, L or HU or G and H. You may just wondering why there's L or HU. This means like if you have your HU, the humanities requirement is satisfied, but you need like a literacy credit, the class will be counted toward the literacy side instead of humanities side. So it's more like a remedial course that is like mostly kind of compensate for your requirement. This is also the same thing. I have all the humanity courses satisfied, but I need some literacy classes. So this class counts toward my literacy classes and my G awareness and my historical awareness. If you're already satisfied any of the requirement, the new class that you added on will only satisfy the requirement you are not currently meeting. So as satisfy my historical and my humanities, but I need of G awareness and the literacy. So this course, the 429, will count toward my literacy and G awareness requirement. And that is all about like how to just register for classes more efficiently so you can get your degree faster. And in case if you just fail a field of course in your major program, then you can just have the time to repeat and improve your overall academic performance and save your time. So let's do like our overall summary here. So if you're a first year student, you can register for a class which satisfy multiple requirements in overall at once. Number two, check the prerequisite and check for the reserved group. Make sure you are not affected by the restrictions. So thirdly, make sure you're passing every class with a C or high. That is all the tips for registration for GE classes. I hope everyone have a wonderful journey at Arizona State University in the future. Thank you so much.